What's going on, guys? Welcome to the big season preview. The new Premier League kicks off on Friday with Man United versus Fulham at Old Trafford. But what are the lads' expectations for this season? Because no one predicted the disaster that happened last year in relation to Manchester United. So I'm eager to see what everyone thinks is going to go on, including us with the clubs and then obviously the rest of the league. So what we're going to discuss is Premier League champions. Who do we think is going to win it all? Top four, relegation, Golden Boot winner, signing of the season, flop of the season, where United will finish, trophy winners, and very lastly, which I definitely wanted to finish on this, controversial takes. So that's what we're going to finish with. Just a very brief introduction because it's been a while since we've had a full panel on. It's weird even looking at the screen now and seeing 5 thingies. How are we all doing out of 10? Just give us a quick rating. Adam, I'll go to you first.
Oh, I'm going to go 8. 8 out of 10.
8. Is that because you was fondling that frog last night? And you
Well, no, I was more referring to the player who's our number 8.
Love that.
Love that. The news today.
Oh,
yes,
nice.
absolutely. Aaron, you said it was a 7 out of 10. You got a bit of a migraine.
Man, 7. A bit sleep deprived, yeah, but 7.
Sleep deprived, but you still look beautiful, so don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Chive,
I always do.
Bit of a hankering at the moment, I'd imagine, but
I think we should ask Chivi before the takeaway and then after the takeaway.
Before and after.
Yeah.
Out of 10, Chive, give me a solid score.
Yeah, 7. But when my takeaway arrives, I'll probably be at like 9 or 10.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen you at a 9 or 10, so I'm very excited to see that is like, yeah. And Sam, finally, what are we?
Well, you know what's going on outside my sort of life in a minute, so I'm about a 4 at a minute because shit's just We'll forget about that for now. Like, let's just do this show and I'll distract myself for an hour or so.
We can balance it out. We've got a couple of 8s and 7s and a 9 when Korean chicken arrives. So yeah, we'll balance it to a 6 out of 7. Okay, all right. You're all here for the season preview. You're not here to listen to about frogs and weird headaches and stuff. So we'll kick it off with the Premier League champions. What I've done, lads, for each topic, I've basically got the bookies' favourites and how they view it, and yeah, and you would imagine the majority of them who they are. But I'll just go for them anyway, just to give you a bit of context. So Premier League champions, City your favourites, Arsenal next, Liverpool third. Who do you think are 4 favourites in the bookies' minds to win the league?
Villa?
No.
Chelsea.
Yeah. 20 to 1. Chelsea to win the league.
Fucking bizarre.
4th. And then do you know who behind them?
But they're playing well. They're actually playing. The way they play is quite nice. Well, yeah. I can see it.
Man United 22 to 1 after Chelsea.
For 5th.
To win the league.
To win the league.
Yes, 22 to 1. So let's kick off with this. Nice, easy one. And again, everyone who's in the chat right now, doesn't matter whether you're watching live or if you're watching later on, get involved. We need your comments and we will bounce off them as well. You're going to be almost a 6th man in this. So we will dive to the comments shortly. Who wants to kick us off with Premier League champions and just give us a short, brief description why you think they're going to win it? Anyone? Or I'll just pick an order and we could do that like simultaneously. Adam, you go.
Yeah, I think it's hard to disagree with City at the moment, given, I suppose, I know they haven't really done much business, but again, they always do this run, halfway through the season. They might be a bit off. Arsenal could be leading, and then they're like this machine that they turn into, and it's just stomp right through everyone else, and they end up making the points. And given, I think, the predictions that I'll have as well coming up, I think they're going to have probably the Golden Boot winner again. So I think it's hard to disagree with that. Arsenal, I think, have possibly improved a bit, but how I see it is their centre halves as well, Gabriel and Saliba, were solid last season, and then they brought this Italian bloke in, I suppose. And like you're thinking, how is he going to fully fit in there? Like, I know depth is good, squad depth is good to have, but like, is he going to make the difference? They really should be going for me, probably someone like Tony. They need a striker. And then that could be that person who gets those 15 to 20 goals extra, I suppose, over what they have. That could be the difference for them. But I don't think they'll go for anyone like that. So I'm going to say City.
Is there anyone who disagrees with City in here? And state your reasoning why. Aaron,
of course, Aaron's picked somebody else. Of course, he's picked somebody else.
I genuinely think Arsenal will win it this year because I feel like they've got so close now. It's like it feels like the time to kick on. Like when Liverpool were chasing City, obviously they got near, and then they finally did it. I still think Arsenal might even get a striker. Like Adam was saying, that once they get a number 9, like who's going to get them like 20 goals, I can't see why they wouldn't compete with City and maybe take them all away this time. Yeah, I just think the natural progression of Arsenal, and I feel like now's the time that they'll win it. I feel like City, there's a few question marks in the squad. Like, is De Bruyne going to leave? Is Ederson going to leave? I feel like maybe this is the season where Arsenal actually pick them to the title.
Interesting. Jimmy, we always talk about progression, but if Arsenal don't do it again this season, what then?
Well, what then for who? What then for them?
Well, yeah, because it's three seasons now where, I'm just saying for Arteta, for this project, like, what do you think they'd been hugely disappointed now if they didn't get over?
Yeah, because I think, because now there's no longer a novelty. Now it's expected of them to actually go ahead and win. And I actually agree with Aaron. I actually think they might win it this year because if you see over the last couple of seasons, like City, they've lost Gundogan, they've lost what's his name, Mahrez, and now they just lost. Yeah, now they just lost Alvarez. So it depends on how City strengthen. But I think also with KDB, kind of like at the end, when Rodri comes back, I mean, injuries could happen. They just look a little bit more vulnerable to me now. And Arsenal look a lot more stable. And if they have a season like they did last year, where they all managed to have none of their players injured, they had that cohesion, they were playing the same 11, they knew each other, and all that kind of stuff. If they have the same season, then I have to say, it would be naive not to think that Arsenal could take it. But then that if they don't go ahead and get like another striker, and they just rely on Havertz and Gabriel and the rest of them, then I don't know how it's going to turn out. But something just tells me Arsenal, because they might actually just be the more hungry one this year. Because City's that's four in a row.
5 in a row to win it again.
It'll be 5 in a row. I don't know if that hunger is there.
Oh, no.
So it's one of them ones.
5 in a row, man. Working out. Sam, it's weird because Arsenal, they've not significantly strengthened. I know they've got a good squad anyway, but they brought in Calafiore. I think that's it. Yeah. Is that enough to win the league?
I mean, they were pretty close last season, wasn't it? Like they probably pushed City as far as they've been pushed since probably Klopp in his pomp, like when he was at the top of his game. That's probably the closest they've been pushed. They obviously had that little bit of a failure the season before where they dropped points to Southampton and sort of just chucked the league in the bin pretty much. But then this season, everything seemed to go pretty right. I think it was just, he even took points off City, didn't he, last season? Like at home.
It was a Villa game that killed him, I think.
And then, so to beat City, you have to be near perfect, I think. You can't afford to lose more than one game, I don't think. I think that's the only way to beat them. So, for me, I don't see them doing it. I think City's to win, so unless they suffer capitulation, which I don't seem likely, but everybody seems to think it's going to be every year, and then at some point they just click into gear and go on a run. Or the charges come down on them and they get relegated. Maybe that happens. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? That'd be amazing. Make the league more interesting. But yeah, the Arsenal thing, I'll touch on it because that's part of my controversial take. So I'll touch on that in the controversial.
Okay, interesting. I do think it would be City. I'd love to predict something else, but it's just boring at this point. It's turning into like Bayern Munich in the German league, just winning it every fucking year. And I think they're going to strengthen. I think that with the loss of Alvarez, 80 million quid, if they're not going to reinvest that, it's a lie. Like that will not happen. They'll replace him. Yeah. And I'm telling you now, it'd be a random day in August towards the end of the window. They'll just go get Wirtz. 60, 70 million quid and bring him in like that as well. It'll happen within a day. It's just what City do. They just move very, very efficient. So it will not surprise me if that happened. And if they do, I mean, they've already got enough talent anyway. Like the squad's absolutely stacked, and they've got youngsters coming through like McAtee and Oscar Bob. So I think they'll be absolutely fine in that. And I agree. I think City are going to win it. Talk us through the other three, Adam, for top 4. And I'll go through the favourites for you. Who it is. So City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea are favourites to finish in the top 4. Then it's Newcastle, United, Spurs, Villa, Brighton, West Ham in that order. Who are favourites?
Well, I said City for the league. I think Arsenal runners up again. You're looking at third and fourth. I have a controversial take. I do that they could be competing there. I do, but you have to remember Villa too.
Save the controversial take because we got that at the end. So
okay. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put us fourth. I have a bit of confidence seeing how we played there the other day against City as well. I'm liking what I'm kind of seeing, and you have to remember we're playing without, I suppose, a striker that day we were, and there's just little patterns coming. Looks like hopefully we're about to kind of start something, and if we can get a consistent run, and I know it's a big ask, but without injuries, I think we will be good enough. I think for fourth place, that's probably our ceiling at the moment. I don't think we can really push higher. Maybe third if we're lucky. But I'm trying to think who else would I put. It's difficult when I think about it. Like do you remember last season? We're looking at Spurs, and Spurs were on such a good run. They were playing really well, and then again they fell off. They did. If they can get that consistent run again, I know they've got a striker in now. They're not relying, I suppose, on Son much. But I'm gonna go with Villa third.
Okay, Villa third. So City, Arsenal, Villa, and United top four. Yeah. You think? Like locked in. That is locked in. Don't forget, we always review these back. We look back and see where they are. It's always
receipts.
The receipts. Aaron, kick us off with yours, please, mate.
Yeah, I'm going to go Arsenal, City, Liverpool. I can't see anything past them for the top three.
Do you think Liverpool will be okay under Arne Slot?
Yeah.
Not bought anyone yet, have they?
No, but if they do bring in like Zubimendi, then they've got a good squad already, I feel, anyway.
They're playing well.
Yeah.
Watch them really play. They're playing really well.
I don't buy from like what I've seen, and my cousin's a Liverpool fan, so from what he's told me that Arne Slot isn't much different from Klopp. Obviously, he'll have different philosophies, like slightly different, but the football isn't going to be drastically changed.
Yeah.
So I don't see them dropping off a cliff. And then fourth, I'm going to say United. I hope we finish fourth. That's more hoping than thinking.
Yeah, he didn't sound very fucking confident saying it. What was everyone else think in the chat? There's quite a few of you. There's 40 people in the chat. Let us know your thoughts, where you think United will finish in the top four, and I promise you I'll get to the comments in a minute. It's just quite a bit to get through. Please just smash like in the video for us as well, and subscribe to the channel. We're on 6,397 subs, so we're 3 off 6,400. So if there's anyone new, if you're just joining, just takes 2 seconds, click that subscribe button. Chive.
Nick, it's just injuries. That's what hampered us last season for me. We never got a consistent run. It was all injuries. It's just eliminating that, and I think we can do well.
Absolutely. Would you echo the lads' thoughts, Chive?
Yeah, pretty much. I agree with Aaron. Arsenal, City, Liverpool definitely will be the top three. And I think it's going to be a fight between us and Villa. Oh, sorry, us, Villa, and Chelsea for that fourth spot.
Chelsea, really? I know you say they've been playing nice football, but there's a lot of it's a big dark cloud over them at the minute.
I get it, but then I think the thing is once you have a style of play that everyone fits in, that everyone the harmony kind of builds from there, and you go from strength to strength. I suppose I just don't want to be too naive to just dismiss them. Obviously, like I just don't want to dismiss them because what's happening there and all that. I think from what I've heard and from the few clips I've seen of the way they play, I didn't like it. I was like, obviously it was good, and I didn't like what I was seeing. So I think they might be up there fighting with us for fourth. I want to say it would be fourth, but I don't know if that's me just hoping or
that's all I was doing.
Exactly. But, we just got De Ligt and Mazraoui, so we've got more numbers there. So in terms of injuries and stuff in the back line, I think that kind of gives us a little bit of depth in there. So yeah, I'll say us for fourth.
Okay. So we got there. You really didn't want to put us in there, then, did you? But
I really didn't, but I just have to. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand it. Absolutely. Random guy is the gift that keeps giving, quite literally. Just give another Real Reds Talk membership. And Daryl Tolhurst was the recipient of that. So thank you, Random. Hope you enjoy it. And that video is ready to go, by the way. So if we get enough likes on this video, I don't know how many likes are on at the minute. Sam, can you see how many we're on? By any chance? Let me look. Double check for us. I'll set a target. If we hit that target, we'll drop the members
19
right now.
19.
We're 90. Look, if we hit 50 likes on this video, then I'll drop that members video, and we'll put that out for you guys. So yeah, let's see if we can get to that. Now, Sam, last one on the top 4 situation. Anything you disagree with what you've heard so far?
I want to throw a controversial take in, but when I think about it, I don't really believe any of it I wanted to put in. You know what I mean? Like, I want to upset the apple cart and I want to throw a random name in there, but I just don't believe it.
Are we being a bit bland and boring with the picks, or is it just because we believe that's going to, you know what I mean? Like,
I would genuinely love to say something like Villa finish second or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd love to say something like that, but I don't know if I believe it. Like, I know they've recruited well. I know Emery is a great manager. But I think being in the Champions League and all that other stuff, I think it's going to take its toll. It always does. Every time a team goes into the Champions League, it affects the league form when they're not used to it. Saw it with Newcastle. Like, they tanked their league form because of it. So they're not very well experienced in the Champions League at all. So I just think that's going to affect them. And I'd love to say something like, I don't know, West Ham getting the top 4 or 5 as well, because they've recruited
Wasn't it Shreyas who said West Ham was going to get top 4?
Yeah, but I just... Again, Lopetegui, great coach, recruited well, but again, I just think they just seem to choke at some point, and it goes to shit, and they don't seem to quite get over that line. But I could be wrong. I could be well wrong. But yeah, I think City wins it. I think Liverpool second, Arsenal third, and then I'd say Spurs 4th, Chelsea 5th, and then United 6th.
Okay, yeah. To be fair, I think Spurs have recruited very well. I think Solanke and Archie Gray are 2 really, really good signings, and I can't wait to actually discuss sign of the season and flop of the season. So we'll get into that shortly. I'll go. Oh, it's tricky, man. City obviously going to win it. I think Arsenal again finished second, which is just so fucking boring. I don't think Liverpool finished third. I think he'll have a honeymoon period, Arne Slot, and I think you'll start to see a bit of a storm come his way, similar to what happened with Ange, I think. So I'll put United 4th, Liverpool 5th, and 3rd spot, I'll give it to Spurs. Fuck it. Throw Spurs in there. Why not? Is that right? Yeah? City, Arsenal, Spurs, United, Liverpool. That's what I think is going to happen. I think I got it right. All right, now back to the bottom of the table, Adam. Again, I'll give you the favourites to go down. Leicester are the favourites because I think they've got a deduction coming their way. I think that was kind of sanctioned even when they were in the Championship. Absolutely. Ipswich are after them. Then you've got Southampton. Have they got enough goals in them? Everton, another deduction like you just alluded to there. Forest have been close a couple of times. Wolves are in there as one of them, which I don't really understand. I think they play good football under Gary O'Neill. I think they got fucked over quite a lot last season. You got Brentford in there, who, you know, if they lose Ivan Toney on top of that, could be a nightmare. So, what 3 are you picking?
I think Southampton for sure. I just don't feel that confident with them. I'm looking at them. Forest have, as you said, have dodged the relegation a few times. So I think them as well. And then I'm kind of looking and I'm thinking, I know Leicester have the points deduction and Everton too. But I won't go with Ipswich. I think McKenna has done a good job, consistent run, and I think he'll carry that in. I think they'll have an all right season. Look, if they finish, I suppose, just above the relegation zone, that's a good season for them. Absolutely. And then just form stability in the league, then that's what they'll be aiming for. I'm going to go with the final one. Oh, I'm looking at it now. Who do I think?
It's tough, innit? Because it does look like it's going to be a proper scrap at the bottom of the table.
Yeah. Given those 2 points deductions too, they'll be in and around there, I think. I'm going to go with Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. That is a bit of a niche shout, but fair enough. Aaron.
Southampton, I think, definitely will go down. I feel like it's Forest year to go down, and Everton.
Everton. I'd
Yeah,
be gutted
man,
if Everton went down.
Nah, fuck Everton. I want them to go down. They've been dodging it for too long.
I know. I've always liked Everton as like a second club. I don't know why.
I did, and then when they hired Lampard, that's when I was like, nah, these deserve to go down.
Good old fat Frank. Who remembers him? So sorry, give us your. Okay, I can remember.
Southampton, Forest, Everton.
Why Southampton specifically? Because everyone seems to be in unison about that. Just not enough goals, or
yeah. When I just look at the other teams that have come up, Ipswich, obviously they look like they're only going to go up. Leicester had a good season. I think obviously Steve Cooper coming in is a good enough manager. And I just think they have the know-how to stay in the Premier League. Obviously Southampton do, but I don't know. I feel like Southampton always rely on like youth. And just looking at the teams, and I feel like they're probably going to go down.
Yeah. Speaking of going down, Chivy's gone down for his takeaway to go get his Korean chicken. So Sam, you're shifting places, mate. Yeah, at the bottom is interesting, isn't it? Because I feel like more than ever, look, he's coming in like fucking Christ there with his Korean chicken. Jesus. Chivy, you sort your food out. I've just gone to Sam.
No. I'll have it after.
Okay, well, we'll rewind. Yeah. Chivy, just give us your relegation and then tuck into your chicken, mate. You go for it.
This will be completely uninformed because, as you guys know, I don't the bottom teams. I'm gonna go Leicester, Ipswich, and Forest.
Leicester, Ipswich, and Forest. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
who's the manager of Forest?
Nuno.
Nuno, is it?
Is Nuno gone now?
Nuno's still there. No,
Nuno's
still there. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Nuno's there.
Yeah.
Who's the manager? So. Yeah,
I was going to say Sneeze Cooper, but obviously he's moved. I think,
yeah,
Leicester.
Yeah,
so good old
Sneeze. Ipswich and Forest,
Hit every allergy branch on the way down with his fucking family.
that guy's keeping Piriton in business, isn't he?
He is. He does his face a lot. Put his face on an allergy box, and that'll convince enough kids to take that tablet.
Did you ever see that when Bear Grylls got stung on his face?
Oh my god! Yeah,
that's Steve Cooper.
Yeah, Sneeze Cooper, what a guy.
Poor lad.
Yeah, poor lad. Sam, is Sneezy, good old Sneezy, going down with Leicester?
No, I think Leicester stay up. I know they got a points deduction. Is it only 3 points, or is it like a big? Do we know?
I'm not sure yet. I think it's similar to Everton's potentially, from what I've read.
I think they've got enough quality to stay up. Like they're a Premier League team. I think so. I think they stay up. So I think Southampton go down just because I don't know if they're gonna. They've got that striker, is it Armstrong, who did really well in the Championship, but when he was in the
never does it in the Premier.
No, the Premier League, he's just. Chivy's absolutely going ham for that chicken, isn't he? Jesus Christ.
Like a raccoon. Like fucking...
No, I'm looking for my Coke. Yeah, they didn't.
They've not left the Coke.
Disgrace. No, that's what I was looking for.
Absolutely.
Meal's ruined.
Yeah. But Southampton, Forest, I think. They just seem like, I think there's another points deduction coming for them because they just seem to operate like. What's up?
Just for the comments. Ignore.
Is it the Bond villain one? Yeah.
These Cooper looks like a Bond villain. I was like, oh my god.
That's a good comment.
Sorry, that like jumped out of me chest, that.
Yeah. Southampton, Forest, and then I don't know, I think Ipswich stay up. I think Leicester stay up. I don't know. I'm gonna have to pick like a rogue shout, I think. I'll go with Everton.
Go rogue.
I'll go with Everton just to annoy Alex next time he's on the show.
Okay, all right. I'm sure he'll be a big fan of that. Right, let's go to the comments because I did promise I would. There's so many, so I can't read every comment out. But I'll read the good ones out. Jay McGoggin, will you boys be having an opportunity to review your choices at Christmas? That's a good idea, to be fair. We can certainly do that. Yeah, halfway review. Please do remind me of that because my memory is absolutely shit. Champions League will use Villa as a chew toy, and as Sam says, it'll affect their league form. Mark Palmer says West Ham have done some good business. Yeah, Somerville, Fulkrug,
Debo.
Yeah, Kilman
Wan-Bissaka.
as well. Wan-Bissaka. Very good window for them. John saying City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, United, Spurs. Tim99 saying Bournemouth will miss Solanke. Oh, yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Alex saying I think it's...
If you have bought somebody to replace him,
Yeah, called Araujo. I thought they signed the centre back from Barcelona.
I thought. I was like, have they just signed a Barcelona centre back?
Holy shit! How they pulled that move off?
Yeah.
That is incredible.
And I was like, oh no, it's just a random striker.
Turns
like,
out
okay.
it's the home bargains version of fucking Araujo. So, yeah. Alex saying, I think it's Uwate. We're selling 3 more. Okay, we're on the transfer news there. Charlie Mom saying Bruno will get 350k a week. That is madness. Well, you have to do it. That's what happens when you give Sancho 350 and Rashford 350 and Casemiro 350. You can't not give Bruno 350. That's unfortunately it's what happens. Especially with the captain and the best player.
Is that what he's on now?
Yeah, well, it's not been released, but he's one of the top earners now, so it's 300 to 350, somewhere around that figure. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I thought they were trying to cut down on all that.
I think it'll be like performance and incentive based. So his base rate will probably be lower, but if he earns certain achievements or hits certain levels, he'll get on parity. Because I think they're trying to I think we're trying to cut that base rate. That's ridiculous. I think we're trying to.
Yeah, that's what. Anyway, that's not. Yeah. Carry on. Sorry.
Everton, Leicester, and Southampton will go down. Dino thinks. Richard's saying Forest, Southampton, and Leicester. As Jamie Gogg said before, Sneeze Cooper looks like a Bond villain. Great comment. That'll get pinned for now. If anyone can beat that, go for it. Who is the best 6-8 midfielder to get if Uwate doesn't come? Very, very quickly, lads. One target for the midfielder, and please don't do a Wikipedia page.
What with the price or just any price? Like if I'm picking
just one who's on the market right now. Who's the best fit?
It was Zubimendi.
Right, Zubimendi.
I go the same, Zubimendi.
I'd love Zubimendi, but just to be different, go Hjumland. I like that guy. I think he's fantastic.
Okay, Adam.
Sander Berg.
Sander Turd, you pronounced it wrong.
I made that good reaction.
Yeah, I had to just throw that one in there again. It got a laugh the first time, so I'll take it. We'll go again. Right, on to the Golden Boot, fellas. I'll give you the favourites, and then Adam kick us off with that. So Haaland, Salah, Isaac, Nunes, Watkins, Palmer, Tony, Solanke. They're all the favourites from top to bottom. Is it just going to be Erling Haaland again? Are we going to be boring? Yeah.
This is going to be boring.
Hard to look past, isn't it?
Yeah, like even last season, I know he did. In terms of his first season, he comes in, he looks great. He looks absolutely complete. But even last season, you're thinking, oh, he isn't looking that good, but he still finished top goal scorer. So it's inevitable. It is. So it's hard to go against it. Now looking at him, how he played against us, he was absolutely awful. I'm going to be honest.
You don't give him the ball. If you don't give him the ball, he doesn't do anything. He don't affect the game in any way unless he has the ball. That's the only way.
Exactly. Can you imagine any of Pep's wingers actually putting in a cross? They don't seem to do it. It's all on the ground. Nothing is in the air. And they have this massive fella. The only person who crosses the ball is De Bruyne in that team.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the story is with him, what's going to happen later in the window with injuries.
What's the story with his new haircut? Because that is fucking atrocious, mate. Yeah. Awful, whatever he's doing with that top knot. Just not a vibe.
Doesn't agree. No. But look, it's hard to kind of disagree with it. Well, you have a few shouts. It depends. Like, say if it was like Tony went to Arsenal, I think he could be up there as well because they're very creative.
Yeah.
So
still room in the market, isn't there, for players to go potential? So
yeah,
it's hard to judge
exactly
at this point.
So I'm just going to be boring.
Okay.
Just Haaland.
Anyone disagree with Haaland, Aaron?
Yeah, man. Mo Salah, I think.
Mo Salah. Okay. Mo Salah.
Same.
You think Mo Salah as well?
Yeah, same.
I think Haaland does it, but I think Isaac is going to push him all the way. I think Isaac will score a lot this season.
Yeah, no Champions League football for Newcastle. Don't forget, week in, week out. You've seen it with teams before when they don't have it. They can just focus on one game per. I know they're being cup competitions and stuff, but it's a lot less games. So I think Isaac's definitely in with a shout. And he's not even on that. Oh yeah, he is. Sorry, 16-1. Isaac. He's third in the list. I love him as a player.
I see it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see it. Isaac's a quality striker.
No. I know. I just don't see him being top scorer in the Premier League.
I think he got 21 goals last season. I think
he was injured for a portion of it.
Injured for a lot of it. Yeah. But
Cole Palmer's going to be in there as well. Then.
Yeah, Cole Palmer.
I was literally about to say that. Yeah.
But I don't know because I think I don't know when a new manager comes in. I thought he's very, very good under Poch. But when a new manager comes in and starts switching, positions, and I don't know if he'll be as effective.
I feel like he's got that confidence. Like you could see it when he came on for England. I feel like he's put that next step now where he's like, it don't matter who the manager is.
Yeah, I love his confidence. I love his interviews as well. He's just so like mank and so like straight to the point.
Future United player.
I hope so.
Get him. Like, if he starts any hint of that he's unhappy, United need to go. Yeah. Go get him.
Yeah.
Like
Bruno's replacement. If Bruno in 3 years' time, Bruno's contract runs out.
Unless we're ready to spend like 300 million, no chance. We can't afford it.
Hey, Todd Bowler, you never know fucking these days.
We can't afford it. Yeah.
Talking about spending a lot of money, signing of the season. Who is going to be signing the season? So I will list out.
Should we do?
Are we all in agreement?
Yeah. Should we do one for United and then one in the league?
Yeah.
Should we do that?
Yeah, absolutely. I've done that, to be fair. Anyway, I've got my thing here. So I'll run through some signings for you, like the highest profile ones, and then give us yours. So Neto, Dewsbury Hall for that sounds like a shopping centre, doesn't it? For Chelsea, Neto and Dewsbury Hall.
For Chelsea, we're going to be here forever if you're going to be listing players they've bought.
Yeah, but they're the two biggest ones so far, I think, Dewsbury Hall and Neto, unless I'm missing someone. Do remind me if I have. Solanke and Archie Gray for Spurs. Todibo, Somerville, Fulkrug, Kilman, West Ham. Calafiore, Arsenal. Matson, Onana, Barkley for Villa. Smith Rowe, Savinio, and then up for us, of course, Xerxes, Yoro, De Ligt, Mazraoui. Adam, sorry. Who do you think?
I think I'm going to go with De Ligt. I think he might bring a lot of stability, especially partnered with Martinez. Yeah, that's something I'm hoping to see, like a consistent run of that, hopefully no injuries. Like even if someone like drops out for a game or two, but nothing long term, because it will hamper us. So I think he'll be our signing up the season. And then in terms of like overall league, I think Fulkrug could do really well at West Ham. I just have a good feeling about it. I think he could be up there. Yeah. And yeah, initially that I don't think Neto will do much. I know we've talked about Neto in the past that, will he be a good signing for us and all that? And then there's the injury record with him as well. But I'm going to go Fulkrug, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go Fulkrug.
Fulkrug and De Ligt, okay. Yeah. Aaron, hit me up.
For Rose, Xerxes, just because he brings something different going up top instead of getting the ball and losing it straight away.
What would define a good season for Xerxes, do you think? Maybe not necessarily numbers, but if he really is like well oiled in the system.
Just what he can bring to the team, because it was so disjointed, that front three, like majority of the season, where you had a striker that didn't get the ball in the box. When he got the ball, he would like do some weird hold up play and try and wrestle a defender instead of get his head on a swivel and play the ball. And I feel like Xerxes is the type of striker that can link all that up. I feel like Rashford and Garnacho will benefit. He's also a good finisher from what I've seen. So, I'd be happy with him getting 10 goals and, fitting into a good system.
He got 12 goals, 7 assists for Bologna in all comps last season. So if you can replicate that, it'd be all right.
Yeah. And then I want to go with an odd shout, but I think Matson might be signing this season. He's an absolute baller.
He was good at, he won a Dortmund.
Dortmund, yeah. From what I've seen of him, and obviously what I've heard, that this kid, like, he's a good player. And it's that sort of signing where to kind of go under the radar a bit, and then once they get into the team, everyone's like wow, like this kid's unreal. So yeah, I think he'll be the signing of the season.
Decent. Chive, any niche shouts? Who are you cherry picking from the transfers from us for the league?
I'm going Xerxes for us, and I'm going Calafiore for
Calafiore. Yeah.
I think they had a really stable centre defence partnership last season. What was really lacking was Zinchenko's inconsistencies. But Calafiore played in the left back position in the friendly that they had earlier on today. My friend was at the game and he was like, he played really well. I just feel like he's like the missing piece in that defense, because Ben White was brilliant. The partnership in between was brilliant, and now they've got this,
They've got a lot of versatility in the back line, haven't they? Timber, Ben White, Calafiore.
Exactly. So I think he's the one that might just be that final missing piece for them. I think he might be someone of the season, to be honest.
Oh, good shout.
Don't be so hard on Zinchenko, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if they sell him.
Or you might hear him.
He's consistent at one thing.
Yeah, crying. Sam, who are we going with?
I think for United, it'd be Yoro. I think when he
Yes,
comes
I
back from
agree.
that injury, I think he's gonna have a
Yeah.
Kobe Mainu type season where he's just gonna be impactful and just been like, why have we not had this kid all along? Like he's phenomenal. So I think he's gonna have that kind of season. I think Onana at Villa. I think that's a hell of a signing. Like I'm gutted we didn't go for him. I'm gutted we didn't get him. And he's, from what I've heard from people who I know follow Villa, he's been really good in pre-season. And to like sort of like lose like a Douglas Luiz to Juve and then to bring in Onana like from Everton, I think that's a hell of a signing. I think he's going to be like key to them sort of like setting that midfield up solidly because they've already got other good players. They brought in Ross Barkley on a free, and they've got a couple of other players around. So I think Onana is going to be like a really good sort of signing for them.
I don't know why we didn't look at Ross Barkley on a free, even for rotation for Kobe. I think it would have been great, just as But maybe we'll bring in Aaron's favourite man in Rabiot. Who knows? Let's see what happens. I'm going to go Archie Gray for Spurs in terms of signing of the season, and then I'm going to go Lenny Yoro for us. I think he's phenomenal from even little bits that we've seen of him, and I think for 18 years old, he's got the world at his feet. So I think it's going to be good for us. Right, let's see what people are saying in the chat. Then let's go. Dino saying Man United win, get top 3 and win Europa, maybe the League Cup. That's a lot. Jason's going to be that cyborg in it. Charlie saying, I will add Solanke and Watkins to that list. Solanke at Spurs is going to rock the league. Just on that signing quickly, do we think flop or not, Solanke?
He's my flop of the season.
Oh, thumbs down. 2 thumbs down.
He's not getting more than 10 goals for Spurs.
Wow. No. Oh, none of you are having Solanke at Spurs.
I'm on the fence. Obviously, he had a good last season. He had a good season in Championship, but
wow.
Look at his other stats. It's like 3 goals and shit like that. So I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, for 64 million, I don't think he's going to give them 64 million pounds worth of football. I don't think so. Okay. As a good season, he's a really good player, and you do well, but I don't see him living up to that price tag.
Yeah, I thought Richarlison was a better player going to them than Solanke is now.
Wow.
And look what happened to Richarlison.
60 million as well. He was 60 mil. Crazy.
It's 120 million.
Yeah.
And them too.
Dan Fenton saying Delit for us. Jamie McGogan saying I'm expecting 18 plus from both Xerxes and Hoyland. Richard saying Calafiori and Xerxes. Sonny D for us. I think that's Delit. If no one gets that reference, that's from My Damned United. And it says Solanke out of the rest. So quite different opinions, varied opinions on Solanke. Joshua Owen said, I don't know why Xerxes didn't get minutes yesterday. From my view, we clearly need an actual striker on the pitch. I just think he's not up to pace yet.
He's not fit.
Not fit. Should see if they want Anthony. Yeah. And pigs can fly, mate.
I mean, I don't think I know they're spending, but they're not stupid. Like people, they've seen him play. Like they're not stupid.
Yeah. But maybe that note that he left about his performances this season has bumped his price up a little bit because he seems to be talking the big game, doesn't he? Let's see if he does it. Flop of the season. We'll go through this quickly. Who's going to be the flop? Is everyone just going to say Solanke because they kind of just said it there, weren't they?
No. I was going to throw Onana in for Villa.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people kind of, you could put that under controversial, but I think he's not going to kind of replicate what Douglas Luiz brought to them last season. And there's a lot of expectation because I know he was linked with us as well. So I think he could be a bit of a letdown. And I've seen players go like, I don't know why, but for years people were talking about Tielemans and he's gone there, hasn't done anything. So I think it's going to be more or less the same.
Okay. Aaron, flop of the season.
Pedro Neto, I think.
Oh, you bastard! You took mine.
I just think he's just not going to play. I think he's going to be injured all the time.
Exactly. That's going to be half of it. And I don't know. I just feel, again, like it's a weird Chelsea signing.
Do you think he's a good player, though?
Yeah, but I'm starting to think now maybe just at a certain level.
Yeah.
I just don't see it working out, to be honest.
Chevy, flop of the season.
I don't know.
Okay. Sam?
I might just go Sri Lanka, maybe.
Sri Lanka. All right, it's some catching strays today, Sri Lanka.
That's just the easy choice, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know too much about the transfer window this season, so yeah. I'll go Sri Lanka.
And Sam, do you want to do a different one? Because you were going to say Neto.
I was going to say Neto, but I'll say Somerville.
Can I ask
at West Ham?
I was just saying, can I ask you about United? Out of the 4 that we've signed, who do you think would be the worst signing out of them then?
I'd probably say Max Rory. He worries me. His injury record worries me. Is he going to get enough minutes? He's probably going to get minutes at left back, but it's like obviously his preference is right back. So is he going to get enough minutes? He'd be the one I'd be the most worried about. I'm not worried, but he'd be the one I'm most worried about. But in terms of I'd say Somerville at West Ham. He seems like a problem player. He kicked off a fuss last summer because he didn't get the move, and he seems like he's got that sort of attitude about him. They paid quite a bit of money for him for a championship player, so I'm like that. And he failed his medical as well, I believe. I think he failed his medical. He had to redo it. So yeah, I think that could be a flop.
I'm gonna go Dewsbury Hall for Chelsea as the flop signing of the season.
That shouldn't even count. Is anybody expecting anything from Dewsbury Hall?
Well, yeah, with the money that they paid.
How much they planning
for? Like 40 mil, wasn't there?
40 million.
I thought it was like 25 million.
No, I thought it was 40. It was like 30 with add-ons. Let me double check it before I think.
That's the guy from Leicester. The guy who used to be at Leicester.
Yeah, Maresca obviously worked with him before, and I think he's just bringing him in because it's a player of trust and da-da-da. How much did... Sorry, just going to VAR guys in the chat.
Spelling Dewsbury Hall.
30 million with add-ons, 6-year contract.
Oh, God.
And Dewsbury Hall. So, my flop of the season. Yeah, I'll take that, and he's my flop of the season. All right?
That is my flop.
Right.
Chelsea spend money like it doesn't mean anything, don't they? They just fucking drop 30 million on like a nothing player. Like it's insane.
Isn't that a lyric in a song? I spend money like it don't mean nothing. I'm sure that's in a song.
It is now.
Reminded me.
It is now.
It is now. Yeah. Okay. We'll move the discussion onwards. Where will United finish, and what will we win? Adam.
I said 4th. I did. If we can get a consistent run with no injuries, but I can see us. I think we should go for the Europa League because we can always fall back on that as well. I know it's tougher every year with the teams that go into it, but I think that would be progress. Even if we finish 5th or 6th, but win the Europa League, still get that Champions League spot. That's what I think we should be aiming for next season.
Okay.
And I think that's a step up in terms of Ten Hag. He's won the the Carabao Cup, FA Cup. Robbed of the Community Shield, should have been.
No, mate, he weren't robbed. Johnny Evans took a penalty, mate. He weren't robbed. That's what happened. Fuck me.
He was playing Gaelic football. He was.
Yeah, that was crazy, that penalty. I can't believe it. Unbelievable.
Shocking. So this is the season to complete the Mickey Mouse treble. I think that's what it's called. The Europa League, the FA Cup, and
It's baby steps every time, progress. That's how I see it.
Due process.
I like it.
Yeah. Like 4 or 5 years, I think then you're looking at a possibly title charge then. Like that's not next season, but the following season and saying. So not in the next 4 or 5 years.
Oh my God. Yeah. Chivy might hit his 90th birthday by then.
Possibly.
He'll still look like that as well. He'll still look the same.
Yeah,
he'll
still look fantastically well. Fantastically well. Aaron.
Mate, Adam was just depressed me. Reminded me we're in Europa League.
Yeah.
Aaron, it could be worse. We could be in the conference.
Yeah, it could be nothing at all.
But it could have been the conference.
Thursday night game against Ludogorets or someone
like that. But Conference League. Imagine a Conference League. Like I don't even know any teams that play in the Conference League. I couldn't name one.
Chelsea are playing games at 1:00. That tells you everything you need to know.
In Azerbaijan and fucking like countries you've never heard of.
They're in contention to play a team where their ground holds 500 people.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I read that.
Another side.
Mudryk rolling his sleeves up, turning up like giving that Anthony a look like he's going to do some damage. Oh my god.
When he's Hitler Youth haircut.
Yeah, Jesus. Aaron?
I don't even remember the question.
Where will United finish and what will we win?
4th, and we ain't winning nothing this year.
Okay, love a bit of positive and confidence.
Wait till you get to me.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, it's just slowly going down the ladder here now.
When we get to Sam, we're going to be relegated.
Yeah. Give it.
Yeah, fourth or 5th, and I'm going to go Europa League because in the Champions League they don't drop down to the Europa League anymore.
No.
So it's just going to be.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
So yeah, so I think we have a chance, and I think we have to win that just in case of what happens in the league.
Like the Mourinho season.
Exactly. So that's our way of getting into Champions League. So we won the FA Cup and go into Europa. Let's win the Europa and get into the Champions League because 4th is not realistic.
Okay. Well, that would be the pattern. Like Adam said, Carabao, FA, Europa League, then the Premier League, and then the Champions League. That'd be nice. Sam, go on. Bring us down.
I don't think we win anything, but I do think we'll have a good run in the Europa League. I think we'll get like quarters, semis. I think we'll get in a decent run, but I think we finish 6th in the league. But I think there's going to be a progression in the style of play. I think we'll develop a distinct style of play. I think we'll advance and we'll see something in there where we'll be like, there's something to work with here. There's something to go forward with. And then next summer, be able to recruit more, get more players out and restructure. I think there's going to be a distinct sign of progression where people are like, yeah, we finished 6th, didn't win anything, but there's something there to work with. I think that's where we're going to be.
Unbelievable!
Okay, I'm going to change United from 4th. I think 5th, and we make it on a technicality. I think, is they still doing that rules where it's like, what's it called?
Coefficient.
Someone help me out.
Coefficient.
Coefficient.
Yeah.
It's still that, right? I think we get in it due to coefficient. Then we get 5th. I think we get Europa League final, and then the rest we go out in either the semis or the quarters. I just think because we won the first season and we won the second season, I think the third, it's always happens, doesn't it? I just don't think it's going to quite happen. That fucking motorbike outside as well, I swear to God.
Every time.
I hate it.
Every time.
I hate it, bro. Who the fuck is driving a quad at fucking 8:20 on a fucking, a narrow road? What are you doing with your life?
Do you reckon he subscribes? He's like, they've gone live, get on the bike!
Yeah. Pulling the cord on the fucking the moped or whatever it is. Twats. Right.
There is a thing though about Ten Hag, and it's his knockout record when it comes to the knockout competitions. He's really good. So he knows how to set up. If we can get past the group stage, I think Europa League.
There's no group stage. It's a league now, isn't it?
Yeah, there isn't. It's the league. Yeah.
All right.
I keep forgetting that.
So it's the league, so there's no like knockouts or semis or quarters.
Yeah. So you play. Is it 8 teams? I think you play 8 teams.
I've listened to it so many times, Sam, and I still don't understand it.
Chivy, the explanation takes 15 minutes to go through to understand how it works. Honest to God, just go read it. It's like 4 pages.
Anyone who's asking, go and fucking read it because I'm not explaining it. I still don't understand
Is it tough?
It's like
there's a league. Everyone plays each other once,
and then there's a knockout, and then there's a further knockout, and then there's a quarterfinal.
More games, more money.
Is that this year or next?
This year.
This year.
So we're actually in a Europa League.
It's actually a league now.
That's just made me look forward to it even less.
Yeah, more games.
Has anyone watched? Quick question: anyone watched that Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes?
Yes.
The new one.
Yeah.
Don't you think Ten Hag sounds like Proximus?
It does a bit, yeah. It does.
I've not even seen it, and that's hilarious.
He has got that. If somebody's any good at video editing, with like superimposing, put Ten Hag's face.
I swear down. When I was watching, the first time he comes on screen, and then he goes, "It is difficult, but not impossible, because we are together." We can achieve, and I'm like, wait, hold on,
that's fantastic. Why did I not?
I swear down. I was like, is that 10 hours? I was like, I've heard that before. I swear.
Why did I clock? Why did I clock that when I watched it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Honestly, if anyone in the chat watching it, it's the first time he comes on screen and he's trying to get them to break down the door. And they were like, it's impossible. It's like, it's difficult, but not impossible.
That was his speech at the FA Cup.
I was just about to say that.
Exactly.
Yeah, at Old Trafford. And I promise these players will give everything.
Fucking hell.
There it is. Yeah, there's a clip sorted. Cheers for that, Chivy.
Jay's got a comment that might have to be pinned. He said Chelsea have their first game in Outer Mongolia.
No way. Fuck that. I just do it to Juventus. Did Juventus just like eliminate themselves out of it or refuse to play? I'm pretty sure.
Juventus
Just do that. Juventus did it, yeah. Under
really?
Conte, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Really? They were just like, yeah, fuck this.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not playing it. No, not turning up. And can you blame him? Where did he just say? Mongolia.
Mongolia.
My God.
That's not even Europe.
Imagine telling that to fans. Like, yeah, you have to go to like Afghanistan for a game. You're like, fuck that. Do you
want to go to a country where the UN tells you it's too dangerous to travel to play a fucking game?
Yeah, but the atmosphere would be great. Yeah, they've got.
Tell you what, coming from Afghanistan, Taliban might find the trip quite difficult to get in. Imagine it's just the Taliban against these Chelsea ultras with tattoos.
He's just put another one which beats it. Their team bus is a Chinook.
Oh, Jay is on fire today.
Jay, you can stay, mate. You can stay.
Yeah. Right. I have to read out some comments and we'll go back to the last part of the show. Gagnon says Rashford lost his hunger, needs to move on. Sell him as soon as possible. Macmillan, Ornstein saying that there's a hold up in the Wan-Bissaka move to West Ham and now the Mazraoui deal is on hold, apparently. I haven't seen news about that. But, yeah, compensation package, probably, I'm guessing. So many comments. My damned United saying Solanke was straight in my FPL team once it announced. Stop this tout planting immediately.
Have some faith in your decision, mate. Fucking back your decision.
Oh, just go for it. Dan Fenton saying 4th in Europa League would be a great season for us. I'd take that right now. I think the majority lads, would you take that? 4th in Europa League?
Yeah.
Josh Rowan, the angry little man for City, robbed us of the Community Shield.
Oh yeah, Silva. Do you see that on fucking Garnacho? Absolute cunt.
He did it to Johnny Evans last year as well in the final. That fucking steps size 3 feet. What? Who does he think he is?
He's got short man syndrome on him. He's proper angry about it.
Sorry for anyone in the chat if you've got size 3 feet, but it's just great. My damn United says success is improvement this season. Sam is right on that. It's nice to believe though. And we've already read them comments from things. Yeah, love that. Thank you, everyone. Please do smash like the video. How many likes we're on, Sam? Did we hit 50?
I don't think we're at 50 then.
No.
Refresh.
We shall see.
32.
What are we on?
32.
So 18 likes off. If we hit the 50 mark, I'll drop that video. Now, trophy winners. Let's go through them very quickly, Adam. Prem, Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao, Europa League. Go.
Prem against City,
yeah.
As I said earlier. Carabao Cup, I'm going to go with Liverpool. And FA Cup, I'm going to go with Chelsea.
Oh,
I think they might nick it this year. Europa League for us. And Champions League is difficult because I have no idea how it's
just say Madrid
structured again. Yeah, it's probably Madrid, but I don't think it'll be Madrid. I don't know why I have a sneaky feeling. I don't know how they'll play, but Barcelona too. I think they might get up there. Might be a bit of a dark horse for it.
Yeah.
But Madrid are obviously favourites with Mbappe coming into. So it's hard to kind of disagree with that. And what else does that leave? Is that everything?
Covered everything.
Don't bother with the Conference League.
No,
fuck that. That's why
I couldn't name a team besides Chelsea in the Europa Conference League. I couldn't name one.
Dog and Duck. That's who's winning the Conference League. Aaron, quick fire. Prem, Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao, Europa.
Prem, Arsenal, Champions League, Madrid. Carabao Cup. I'm going to go someone random like Fulham. An FA Cup. Yeah, FA Cup.
Smith Rowe, Ballon d'Or winner. Well, it sounds of it.
FA Cup. Liverpool.
Okay. Do it.
Prem, Arsenal, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup, City.
I don't like the negativity already.
Champions League. Champions League. I'll just go Madrid. What else is
they
there?
should just keep.
Is that it?
They should just keep the trophy until somebody else wins it, shouldn't they, Madrid?
Yeah.
At this point,
just-
like,
I think it'll be someone else now, but I just can't think of. I really just can't think of any team. But I think it'll be someone else. I don't know. So what else is there? Is that it?
Europa League.
Oh, Europa League.
You said those,
Yeah.
Sam.
Prem, City, FA Cup. I'm gonna go Villa. I think they could do a cup run. I think they might win something this year.
Okay.
League Cup. Yeah, Liverpool. I think Slot might get a trophy. Champions League. I have to say Madrid. I'd love to say somebody else, but it's difficult to imagine like anybody else winning it. Europa League. I'm trying to think of teams that are in it. Who's in Italy? Is AC Milan already in the Champions League? AC.
No, Roma are in it, I think.
Roma. Yeah, let's go Roma. Go Roma.
Okay. I've gone Prem, obviously City. Champions League, I'm actually going Atletico Madrid because I think they made some really, really good signings. And Simeone's just that shit house. I think he'll win a Champions League. FA Cup, City, Carabao Cup, Newcastle. Are you ready for my Europa League one?
Jesus.
Spurs. I think they're in Europa League.
Can I change my Champions League one?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Bayer Leverkusen. I forgot about them. I think it might be a dark horse.
Okay. Right.
Spurs are not winning a trophy.
Mate,
it's not happening. Like,
come back to this video.
Harry Kane was in a friendly and he refused to lift the trophy at the stadium because he was at Spurs. That's how fucking bottle jobs these teams are. They ain't winning a trophy. It's not happening.
It's a prediction. I'm putting it in the air. Let's see what happens. And let's be honest, I've timed this perfectly. We've got 5 minutes left for the last section. Controversial takes, and this can go in any order you want. So have a think. I'm going to go to the comments. Have a think of your controversial take for this season. And they may be used as clips. I'm just saying. Okay, so, right, what we're saying in the chat. Jokes aside, Chelsea deserve everything that's coming their way. Joshua Owen saying Bernardo Silva made comments about the challenge. I haven't seen them. He put, I knew I would get a yellow card, but I'm happy with my yellow card. At that time, we were losing. We needed to restart the game and then delaying the game. I don't like that. Fuck off, Bernardo Silva. That's what I say. It's Sam. 21 is coming home, lads. Europa 2. Have some faith, people. Always love the confidence, brother. Thank you for that. Villa or Spurs will win a cup. Thanks, Tim. You with me, brother? You with me? Jay's saying, I think Villa and Newcastle may sneak a cup. Would say Spurs too, but Spurs have such a rich history of winning things. It's a bit obvious. Dan saying Dirty City, 115 cheaters, Prem, FA Cup Newcastle, Champions League Madrid, League Cup Spurs, Europa League us. And McMillan saying people were crying about us letting Varane go, and surprise, he's off injured 20 minutes into his Como debut.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
4 things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, Varane being injured. I don't know the other one. Fill in the blanks.
Martial being injured.
Yeah.
Martial being injured. There you
Is
go.
he signed for a club yet? Is anybody signed
No,
him?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, don't think so.
Chivy's really upset. He's been shopping him around to different clubs around Europe.
There it
Trying
is.
to get him there.
There it is. Martial's been mentioned. Just eat your chips,
What you on
Jimmy,
about? He dropped off Jimmy's takeaway.
Well, that's it. Martial's just eat now. It is signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Okay, controversial takes. Adam, I have a feeling you've got one bubbling up.
I have two that have kind of stuck out.
This is Adam, by the way. This could be absolutely anything coming out of his mouth.
Wild.
This could be anything.
As long as it's football related,
please,
that's all
Adam,
right. Yeah.
Please, Adam, keep it football related.
Trump for president. Great guy. Great guy.
Frog's going to take over the world.
Ireland to win a World Cup? I don't know. Something like
I haven't even said anything, guys.
Come on, let's have him.
I thought of a third one that popped there, but
it
doesn't seem controversial with what everyone's going to say. And earlier, I thought it might seem controversial given their history with relegation. They haven't actually been relegated. I think only once or twice in their history. Everton, I think, are going to have a really, really good chance of going down. They played my local team, and my local team fielded a bunch of youngsters when they had all starting players, and they actually struggled for a draw. Not my local team, Everton did, and there were a bunch of first team players, which kind of says everything. They were awful.
They've got Sean Dyche.
And that's the thing. I think the magic of Sean Dyche, Brexit football will go.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Dwight McNeil, get him on the wing. Classic.
So that's my first. Second one, I'll go. I think it's Pep's last season.
Okay.
With City, I think he's going to be gone at the end. Fingers crossed.
When they get relegated, you mean?
Yeah. Right. Oh, I've made a decision. Yeah, of course you have, mate.
Yeah.
You're fucking demoted.
Rats leaving the ship.
And third, I think West Ham will finish 5th, but I think they may kind of push for the 4th spot.
Okay. Can you beat any? No, I don't think they're too bad. To be honest. I was expecting. I'm expecting one not worse one, but a bit stronger one. But we'll see. Aaron,
I've got 3. I had 2, but now Adam is just at 2.
Mate, give as many as you want. Go for it.
So, David Moyes will be back in charge of West Ham by the end of the season.
Oh my God!
Now we're talking.
3 times he'd be in charge of his club.
Yeah, Moyes.
They did it last time, didn't they? Thought, we've got Pellegrini and we're going to get a bit of football, mate. They were crying for him back. They'll do it again. And then, Ruud van Nistelrooy will be interim manager by Christmas.
I like this. He's good.
This is probably the most controversial. I'm trying to word it that he's not having a good season, but I think Anthony will have a better season than he has last season.
Okay.
Fine, better. What do you mean by that?
Score more than one goal.
That'll actually put in some good performances, you know what I mean? Like, you know, he won't be as shit as last year, basically.
If we can, lads, out of them 3, which one is the strongest take on that? Which one's the most controversial, do you think?
The Moyes one. Moyes one's pretty controversial.
Moyes,
I cannot see him doing that.
I think Lopetegui's a good coach.
Van Nistelrooy, you think, Trevor?
I think that's the. What do you say? What's the most controversial? Yeah, I think Nistelrooy being interim by December. Bro, come on.
I could see it though.
I could see it. I could see it.
Mate, if he look
by December.
Start,
yeah, if we have an absolute shit start, like we lose a bunch of games in a row,
I could definitely see that.
You think Ten Hag might be gone?
Yeah.
Dead man walking.
I think he's 100% gone by the end of the season, but I'm just, in my opinion.
What does everyone else think in the chat? Let us know about them controversial takes. Chive, do you have any?
No.
Okay. Literally expected that answer.
Controversial take. Chivy has no controversial takes.
No controversial take.
I didn't have time. It wasn't on the list. It was on the. Was it on the list?
Yeah. It was.
He's blaming his prep. He's blaming his prep now. He's blaming his prep.
It was.
Wait, I asked you at the start of the show, do you need to know anything? And he went, nah, don't worry about it. So he gets to it, he gets to it, he goes, nah, not really.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Chivy.
I love it.
Every show.
I love it. Could you try cook something up, something that might be controversial at all, slightly?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ten Hag comes top 3. That's my controversial too.
Okay. So is that against the top 4 that you give the start?
This has fell apart at the end, hasn't it? This is falling apart at the end.
It's controversial. You're going against still. It's controversial.
I don't even believe in my own prediction. I had my prediction. I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I don't have one. We'll just see what happens.
That's fine.
I was hoping to jump on someone else's.
Wait, there might be an opportunity. Sam, go for it.
I've got 2. I think at some point Southgate takes over a Premier League team during the season.
Okay.
No. Wait.
There it is.
I got him.
Yeah. Wheel it in.
Guys, we can't put that out in the universe.
I said a Premier League. I didn't say United. I said a Premier League.
I don't know. I don't care, guys. We can't give that.
Too close for
lurking, mate. Yeah. Southgate's lurking, bro. With his fucking.
It's like, do you know? Have you seen that? Is it the Jose Mourinho where he's behind the curtain like that? That picture.
Yeah.
That's Gareth Southgate right now in the Premier League. Just
he's waiting.
He's waiting.
He's texting Dan Ashworth every day.
No, not United. So
that's actually a good one.
Yeah, Steve Cooper goes, or Nuno Espirito, or someone like that goes. I think you can see him.
Guy's already sat at home in his waistcoat, just waiting.
Yeah, he's definitely. And I think Arsenal will have a worse season than everybody thinks they're gonna.
Come on.
I think they will sink.
I like that.
Like down quite further down the table than everybody thinks.
You're gonna have Arsenal fans absolutely fucking.
They're all in mental institutions anyway. Fuck them.
Yeah,
who cares?
I will give mine in a moment. I just want to read out. Anyone in the chat got a controversial opinion, football based? Please.
Can we put Jay's on? Fucking Rog Sport. Fucking Rog Sport. He dresses like a snooker player.
Southgate, the poor lad. 299 says Garnacho will be our player of the season. That's a shout from him. Akers says United will finish 8th again this season. Is that controversial?
That wouldn't surprise me.
No, I
don't think it's surprising, to be honest. Martial's signed for a club Bruges in Belgium. Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Jay McGrogan, the best analogy I've ever heard about Varane came from Nick Gold. Varane's like Yunan's fine China. Yeah, that's a good one, that one. I remember that. Joshua Owen, Atalanta were interested in because of one of their strikers are injured. Ineos has set Ten Hag up to get sacked sooner than later. Hire Southgate immediately. This guy, man. Oh, honestly. Yeah.
What was that, sorry?
He definitely does missionary in his socks anyway. I'll leave it at that. My damn United. Well, if his Olympic boxing is looking like anything to go by, Anthony will be smashing it.
Can we just, for the sake of the channel not getting absolutely, can we move past that comment? Because fucking hell, fantastic joke, brilliant joke, but Jesus Christ, that is awful.
Yeah, don't get me started.
No, let's move past it.
I mean, I was going to make a reference earlier on.
Yeah, let's not.
That is so good.
It's fantastic. It's a fantastic joke. Southgate back to Crawley when available. Did he play or manage Crawley? I didn't know that.
I don't know.
I remember at Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Controversial take. Slot. What? I don't know if I can reach that on that.
Where's that one?
It's just bombed by Christmas. What's going on here?
Liverpool tries to get Alonso. I basically think Slot's going to be shit, and they'll get Liverpool will try and get Alonso. And that's
Macmillan Muppeteers said Spurs will finish above Arsenal this season.
Jesus.
Wow.
That's a controversial take.
Fraudetto still no trophies again this season. That's not controversial. That's just fucking.
That's facts. That's just facts.
Yeah. Right. I'll give my one, and then we can kind of wrap the show up. I think Rashford's going to be in contention for the Golden Boot this season. There's my controversial take.
Brave.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Brave. We'll see. All right. Absolutely enjoyed this show. Thank you everyone in the chat who's made it even more enjoyable than what it was, because some fantastic comments in there. Please do smash the like on the video for us. If it hits 50 whilst we're off, I promise you I will drop that video for you either tonight or first thing in the morning. Big up Adam. Big up Aaron. Big up Chivy. Big up Sam. Really, really enjoyable show. Drop us a follow on socials if you don't already. Subscribe to Real Red Salt, like I said, if you watch this live or later on. And we will catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy. See you in a bit.
Peace.